Master Masculine shows off his star beam abilities in my review of Bleach, chapter 561. In this week's chapter of Bleach, there was a ton of awesome fisticuff action. Master Masculine continues to lucha libre his way into your heart. This is one of those chapters that I can see people complaining about because it wasn't very dialogue heavy, but at the same time, this is an action series and I loved every second of it because almost every single panel featured a really awesome, hard-hitting move from Master Masculine, and Kensei tries he just can't fight against this guy. And it's a shame, too, because we really haven't seen many of his abilities, and I actually do like the way his weapons look, his sort of, weird black, iron brass knuckles. They're really awesome, but they're not working against Master Masculine. He hits him with this, big knee attack, and then he slams him directly into the ground. And then a part of the chapter got really, really dark and violent when suddenly Rose appears, and he cuts his little buddy James clean in half in this panel that's really awesome. His torso's over here, his head is over here. It's insane. And this is when they finally begin their battle, and then suddenly we get to see Rose's abilities, which I don't think we've ever actually fully seen before in action. And the only way I can describe it is he has this music ability where he creates these illusions, kind of Sharingan-esque, and he summons, all of these weird, gimpy-looking, Voldo guys, and they have, these spikes all over their faces and everything, and they start spinning around Master Masculine, kind of like a tornado, and they start, cutting him up left and right, but he doesn't know that this is an illusion. And then, stupidly, and I don't know why he does this, Rose starts to explain his powers and how they work, and then Master Masculine does the craziest thing in the chapter, which he takes his fingers, jams them into his ears, and just completely destroys his eardrums, and he starts having blood come out his ears, and because of this, the illusion technique is not going to work on him anymore, and the chapter just got even better when he does this technique, where he fires this massive beam right at Rose, right into the chest, and it's in the shape of a star, and this is kind of funny, but at the same time, it's really violent at the same time, because there's this giant imprint of a star on his torso, and there's blood all over the place and everything. And if I may quote the American classic Kung Pao Enter the Fist, crap, man! This is insane. I don't even know how he's even able to stand up on his own weight after having this giant chunk taken out of him. But it's a really devastating technique, and as Master Masculine is about to finish him off, suddenly freaking Renji appears out of nowhere, and he blocks this attack with his sword, and this just shows that he's probably received some really hardcore training from the Zero Division, and because of that, he's going to have some awesome abilities. And throughout the course of this chapter, there's this really interesting dialogue that Master Masculine is having. He's saying that he's the hero, he's the masked hero who's going to save the world from the evil Shinigami. And then at the end, when Renji appears, he's sort of playing along with him, and he's referring to himself as a villain, and this just makes him seem all the more cooler. So, end of the chapter. Awesome chapter of Bleach this week. One thing that I really like most about it is, in the Bleach series, a lot of the times, with the powers of characters, they seem to depend on weapons a lot of the time and all that, so they don't really do these, hand-to-hand fights too often. And when they do, they're awesome. I honestly wish they would do them more. I actually enjoy, all the hand-to-hand fights more than a lot of the sword fights. I remember when they had Captain Yamamoto fighting against Aizen during the Arankar arc. That was so incredibly awesome, and that's translating to here as well. Master Masculine, just watching him fight, damn it, he is so much fun. I want to cosplay as his character now, so much. But still, awesome chapter. Check it out. If you're a fan of the series, you definitely need to see this one just because it's so much fun getting to see Kensei fight and the possible death of Rose. I don't know if he's going to be able to survive that type of technique. We've seen characters in Bleach survive some pretty serious shit, but he's got a fucking star chunk out of his body, so I don't know if he's going to live. So I'm going to drop a 10 on this one. I have no complaints. Every single panel looked good. All of the artwork was very clean. There's a lot of really good impact and hits. Shit's exploding all over Soul Society, or is it the Quincy City now? Whatever. Point is, awesome chapter. Check it out, guys. So clearly I'm pretty enamored by Master Masculine and his badassery in this week's chapter. But what about you guys? It's your turn to chime in and let us know what you thought about this week's chapter of Bleach. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What are you looking forward to seeing in the future of the series? You can let me know with your comments below. Remember guys, before you leave, make sure to hit that like button before you go. It's one of the best ways to support our videos. So, I'll see you next time guys. Super Kami Guru 9000. Out.